Peeled, I was 20 plus young when got real young black boy running, got me out of that field. Better living off game, you should get it on film.
On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to Mixon on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 45 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A toss left, Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Mixon running wide side. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll run with Mixon, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Now, before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now Stroud. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go.
ETN up the middle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On 1st down, right back to ETN. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Silver.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Go, let's go. 13, Lou.
Now Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And this will be a Texans first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter two as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stroud. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Shifts by him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. It's Mixon on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Nixon will try the right side. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Here we go.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Mixing up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Texans scoop it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Mixon again, and he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuck behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Stroud to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown on the campaign, number 7 overall. And the Texans have moved out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Right, let's go.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a...
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here we go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
In motion right, that's Dell. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here's Stroud.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Fighting through. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Stroud. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
11. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. Now a 2nd and 10.
11. Rip, 23.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jaguars have regained the lead.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10. And he is going to get in. But there is a flag down. Let's sort this out here.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
Go, let's go.
They'll look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something is just wrong with the ball or the wind or something is funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand, because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play out.
Go, go.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Red on red.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Go, go.
Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Stroud looking to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
117 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Once again, they run with Mixon. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's a give to Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A handoff to Mick. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Joe Mixon with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point safely through, and they will take a 7-point lead.
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
This 2nd and 4.
Now Joe Mixon.
And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 23-yard line. 182 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. Got his man, Dell.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Another try for Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Though CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
That's caught, and that is caught for the 2 points. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice, and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, lion.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here.
They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Here's Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A second and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
Sink right. Here we go.
Again, it's Lawrence.
He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne, 48 yards. And the Jaguars have answered back with a third quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
That's caught at the 2. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Andre Cisco there on the stop.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
All right.
In motion right, that's Dell.
Running left, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Mixon running right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Looking to throw. Stroud.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Reload! 30 left! Silver.
On play action, Lawrence.
Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
He's into space past the 25.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Easy. 11, add X. 11. 11. Go, let's go.
Now Lawrence.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On the quick, right?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Again, it's Stroud. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Stephon Diggs. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm gun.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That is intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Stroud. He'll get this complete to Collins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Stroud.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Stroud to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it, taking it right down Broadway. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Stroud.
They've got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Here's first down. Throwing now is Stroud.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Stroud back to throw.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Rip, 23.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Easy. Read him, 24. Read him, 54. 13, Lou. Lou. Hey, check that. Here we go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Alert! On red. Ship. Hot.
And they'll go again with ETN. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hey, go.
ETN is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
To win, to